about a week ago, there was a young man by the name of Tyre Nichols. He was beaten by 5 police officers down in Memphis, Tennessee. He ended up later dying from his injuries from that altercation and everything. From everything that I've seen from this instance, it seems like a pretty cut and dry case to me that these officers were in the wrong. I support law enforcement. I'm definitely support law enforcement as much as I can. I believe that there's a lot of good cops out there, and I believe that we need more good cops out there. But this case, everything I'm seeing right now seems pretty cut and dry that these officers were in the wrong, and I believe they need to be brought to justice because of that. Supporting law enforcement, like I do, doesn't mean you can't, that you have to support every law enforcement agent. There is definitely some bad law enforcement agents, but definitely some bad cops out there, and those bad cops need to be brought to justice. They need to be, disciplined, brought to justice, whatever, for these actions and whatnot. And I'm on your side on this one. However, going out with these protests and turning these protests into riots and looting and all that, it's only going to turn the people that are on your side, like me, that are that support law enforcement, that are on your side on this case. It's only going to turn those people against you. So don't be going out and rioting and looting, and that's all we're saying. The other thing, this is not at all a legitimate case to say that we need to defund the police. That is not going to help anybody out. In fact, if anything, we need to try and probably actually add more money to that, and try and help with the training and get these good cops out there, and try and get people that are good cops. We need more good cops and less bad cops. So we need more training. We need these people to be able to handle themselves and try and get these bad cops off the street. And in order to do that, you're going to have to, probably spend more money even. Chances are you're probably going to have to spend a little more money even. And maybe not. Maybe just try and fix the bad cops and try and fix what's going on that way. But you're going to have to spend some money. Defunding the police is not the answer. It never has been the answer. It never will be the answer. So we need more good cops out there that they will be able to get rid of the bad cops. Obviously, just like every profession, there's good and bad in all of it. But all I'm saying is don't go out and alienate the people that are actually on your side in this case, because this looks like a pretty clear-cut case to me from everything that I've seen so far. Now, obviously, something could change, but obviously, from right now, from what I'm seeing, and I don't like to do quick reactions to all this, because I like to get the facts before I start forming an opinion. But my opinion right now, from everything I've seen, it looks pretty clear-cut that this was a case of bad cops out there, and they need to be brought to justice. Don't ruin that by going out and looting and rioting and all that, because that seems to be the case. Even with the bad cops, and then they turn people against them. So generally, I support the cops. Until I see all the details. Right now, this is not looking good for those cops, and I hope they're all brought to justice. I hope they can get some closure on that. Right now, I'm on your side. I believe these cops need to be brought to justice. So, but don't ruin that by going out and making a bad situation worse. And that's all I'm saying. And that's what I think most people, that are on, and of my opinion, are right now. We support the good cops, but just because you support the good cops doesn't mean that you support the bad ones. We condemn the bad ones just as much as anybody else. But we understand that cops are something that we got to have. You've got to have some kind of law enforcement out there You just do. You have to have law enforcement. You have to have laws. You have to have people that can enforce those laws. But we need good people doing that. And right now, going out, the way the left is handling all this right now, and not just this situation, but pretty much all the situations that we've had in the recent memory, it's turning people off. People that would be good law enforcement agents, it's turning them off from becoming that because they don't want to be lumped in with, the few. There's very few bad cops. Most of the cops out there are very, very good people. But there are a few, and they don't want to be lumped in with those bad ones. So you're really only hurting and taking those good people away, and only hurting not only the law enforcement agencies, but yourselves, because now you're only getting the bad cops. You're getting more bad cops because they're the ones that are applying, and less good ones are applying because they don't want to be considered a bad person, even if they're not. So just think about it before you react. Don't overreact to this stuff, and support the good cops, condemn the bad cops, and that's about all you can do. Hope that these bad cops can be brought to justice, and that's all you can do. So.